Welcome back, everyone, to Pineleaf Plays the Burglar. We are back here in the Mead Hall in Elthengels with Thane Mildrith, and let's find out what she needs us to do.
I need your help.
My people are in need of aid, Petronella. Elthengels has survived a tremendous orc assault, but it has come at a great cost. My husband and son have perished. The countryside is ravaged, and many yet lay dead or dying. Without reinforcements for Theoden King, or that coward Reeve Athelward, the end of our time here draws ever nearer. She apparently is not a fan of Athelward. If you offer me your assistance, I will gladly take it. We must band together and take aid from wherever it may come. The people of Elthengels are now my only concern. Our time for grieving must be brief. I will not let them give in to sorrow or concede defeat while they yet live. But there are many within the walls of this village that are in need of help. If you're able to resolve their troubles, return to me, and I shall see that you are rewarded. Very well, I need to help. Wooskrod, Balthorn, Elfwoon, and Ognoth. Very well. Let's go to each of these. Let's begin with Balthorn here.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Helmets, spears, shields, pauldrons, greaves. I will never finish these orders. Elthengels Guard and its garrison have both placed urgent orders for a great deal of weapons and armor pieces. Never has my skill or speed with the smithing hammer been questioned, but this task is too great even for me. I have a plan that may resolve this issue if you would be willing to aid me. I have heard that some of the orcs besieging the Norcrops are known to collect swords and armor pieces from the riders as trophies or their kills. If some of these items were reclaimed, I could include them in the shipments to the garrison. What say you? Are you up for the task? Alright, I suppose I can do that. And here is the garrison commander. Hello there, is there anything that you need?
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you
Greetings.
aid us?
Greetings to you. Grim is the fate of this land, but we will not simply lay down to die. If Theoden King will not send us aid, then we shall find the strength within our own people. Many of those now here in Elthengels have fled their homes seeking refuge behind our walls. Yet it is these same men that must now stand and face the dangers looming ever greater. I am eager to provide these refugees with weapons and training. They need only to show their desire to fight. Yet few have stepped forward, and my hope of forming a militia among them quickly fades. Perhaps they can be convinced by an outsider, such as yourself. Will you aid me in finding recruits? Oh joy. Hello there, I'm just a little hobbit here, and I'm asking you to join the army. Right. Elfwoon here says herbalist, though it says healer in the quest description here.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
I am in a dire situation, friend. I am responsible for treating the wounds and injuries of the people of Elthengels, but I am without the necessary reagents to do so. Will you stay a moment and hear me out? Why not? What else have I got to do? We cannot allow others to suffer the same fate as poor Pendulf, but I am unprepared. I have but a meager supply of common herbs in my possession. If you were to gather some of the herbs and reagents I am in need of, I might be able to redeem myself by saving others. Meadowmaid, lamb's ears, and clotbur can all be found growing outside of Elthengels. These plants are most helpful in treating wounds, but I am currently lacking in their supply. Will you secure them for the help to bolster my reserves? All right, anything to help. You know the fate of young Penwolf, Thane Mildred's son. When Thane Pendrell was slain defending Elthengels, his son Pendrell accused Reeve Arthurward of being unfit to protect the Norcrofts. This resulted in a duel between Athelwald and Pendulf. Athelwald's prowess has never been matched in combat, and Pendulf received a sharp cut to his defeat. I know not what caused his wound to rot, but if others were to receive similar infections, I would be unable to treat them. So, the wound became mysteriously infected. I see why somebody is accusing the Reeve of malicious intent. Finally, we have Oddnoth here, who is the stable hand.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Hail there! Have you any skill with horses? I am a bit ashamed to admit this, but I am having trouble with one of the horses in my stable. This particular steed raced riderless into town no more than a day ago. Perhaps he was abandoned and was fleeing from the orc raiders. I have taken him into my stable and have orders to prepare all of these steeds for the Elthengels guards, but this new horse is simply too unruly. Perhaps if you were to take a ride with him and see where he takes you, it could be just what he needs to relax and become more amenable to our handling. Okay, let me see here. You are a Rohirrim trained stable hand, and you're asking this stranger hobbit from the Northlands to try to calm one of your horses because you can't do. Boy, how's that for logic? Well then, let's see how the. Apparently he shrunk a little bit. Well, let's go out and see what we can do. Well, first, let's head out this way. The steed seems determined to head towards the cluster of trees north along the cliff walls. I'll presume you're talking about this cluster here? Really? Your mount is pulling you onwards towards the rock cluster further to the north. Alright, there is a rock cluster up this way. And let's see if that does anything. And the steed seems to be drawn to this rock formation. But what has been guiding it here? What is this? You uncover what could only be the steed's former owner. Upon the discovery, the steed seems to be at ease. Wondering... Somehow I'm not too sure I would become at ease seeing my rider dead, but apparently that's the case. Well then, while we're here, we might as well collect some herbs, right? I think there's some herbs around here. Any herbs? Ah! Lamb's ear. Okay. And there are orcs there. There is an orc there. Of course, fighting that orc could have the... I don't want oak branches. I guess I am going to have to try to do that. Get some XP going on, because that's something that I can use a little bit of. Which is why I'm going to be doing all the quests in the area now, because I've finally caught up on level-wise. Okay, just as I was trying to take care of things. Oh, come on. Yeah, that same to you. Now, where were we? I do have this. Let's see, how about a little bit of mounted combat? I don't think I've done any mounted combat. Yeah, I had those practice dummies and stuff like that, which we worked with, but no real combat yet that I could think of. So I think it's time for us to... There you go. And see if I can figure out how to do this right. Yeah, that's the problem with mounted combat. I never... Wait, the sounds on this makes it sound like I'm missing. He's going... Hey, got him! Kill 6 orcs. 6 mounted orcs. Oh, and I need to... Oh, yes. Reclaim armor from orcs. And I forgot about that, which means I'm going to have to go against those orcs I found earlier, right? Right. Now, let's try about this. Now, what is it to... Reclaim Rohirrim weapons from orcs, reclaim from the orcs. I think they don't have to be mounted ones. I am still more used to doing this unmounted, as you can tell. I don't know, I just never get quite the hang of mounted combat. Alright, that's... But when you're going against mounted enemies, it's a lot easier. No, that's right. I also need to find... I can't forget about the flowers, because they're around here somewhere. And of course, we've got these guys. Alright. First thing, get rid of the stupid poison. Then... bring that up. Let's see, let's... a little disguise. That way we could get an initial hit off. Oh. Oopsie daisy. That's my problem. I can never figure out where these at. Maybe I better use /follow. But, let's see. There you go. Around, and I should get him. Got him. 2 down. Oh. Clotbur. That'd be good. Oh, and there are also some orcs here. Let's see. Those look like orcs that could have some of the things that I need. Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3. Let's see. What if we... Okay, good. We get the intruder there. Get that there. I am not going to have optimal situations here because I'm facing 3 at a time here, but there's only so much I can do. Good, that's you down. And the other one is still out momentarily, but not for long, as you can tell. Let's go. You go down. Okay, good. Just in time. Any of you have any weapons? Oh, actually, I do have some. I just wasn't noticing when I was getting the next few. Alright, and you've got a weapon. Good. Ooh, 3. Nice. Ooh, and what's this? Looks like the helm of the Thane. I don't know how that got here. This helmet bears the insignia of Pendrad, the former Thane of Elthengels. Many of the belongings of the deceased Thane have been scavenged and scattered by the orc raiders. It might be comforting to Thane Mildred if you could recover some of the late husband's belongings and return them to her. So find the shield and the sword. Alright. Now, where would I find them? With the orcs most likely. Okay. Let's go and mount up and let's deal with that one. Besides, I still need to take care of 2 more of these orcs. So perhaps one of the mounted ones has it, or one of the unmounted ones. We'll have to find that out. There you go. Hello! Wakey wakey! And there you go. Did I actually throw a knife there? Well, I suppose that's what you do when you're too far away. There you go. Oh, you're dismounted, I see. Haha. There you go. That's 5 of those. That did not give me any type of... Somebody is after me? Oh. Oh. Oh well. Then I'll get you the normal way. Sneaky sneaky. There you go. I don't know when I got his attention, but I'm willing to return it. There you go. Now, where can I find a sword and a shield? Aha! A sword. Let's first take care of him. Then we can deal with this guy. Oh, that's a pew-pew there. Oopsie daisy. I should pay a little bit better attention on that. Well, I'll have to deal with him next then. There you go. If I can actually face the right direction, hit the right buttons, and all that fun stuff. There you go, there you go. And now, finally you. And once I do that, I can look for the shield. And I'll be ready to return to Elthengels. Now, if that's not a Thane's sword, I don't know what is. Ah! The shield. Good. Now, Sentry, Pummeler, Intruder. Which is which? Alright, I'll assume that that's the pew-pew. I'm probably completely wrong in that assessment, but we'll try. But I'm close enough to make that a moot point, I guess. And once we get that done, then we'll take care of the last of them and we'll be ready to head back home in victory. I guess he's not a pew-pew. Alright. It doesn't matter. You're gonna die anyway.
Dodge.
Did you say dodge? No, I don't feel like... I'm not gonna dodge. There you go. Now, let's see. Yeah. That must be the Thane shield because this is differently decorated than the last, and we can head back. Has the horse calmed down any?
Our mission is dire.
The steed led you to a body? Aye, I imagine it was the horse's previous rider. I will ask one of the guards to retrieve the poor fellow so that we can honor his remains. This seems to have calmed the steed quite a bit, though. He will be trying to let us know about his owner, and we mistook it for unruly behavior. I will make certain such a loyal steed goes to a most worthy new rider. Thank you for your help. All right, there you go. Woo! And a little bit leveling of the mounted abilities. Hey, how'd you like to join the army?
Time is short, and so is hope.
You would dare me to stand before an entire army of orcs when I was unable to save my own home from a few pitiful savages and thieves? I am but a farmer. Neither sword nor spear have I carried, but I am no coward. Honor bids that I must fight to repay my benefactors. The people of Elthengels have welcomed me and sheltered me, and in this way I will repay my debt to them. Tell the militia to expect my company. If I am able to fight, there is much that I must learn. Yes, I suppose there is. You take a spear and you stab it into the orc. Something like that. Hello there, will this equipment do?
What brings you to these lands?
These pieces of steel are still in fine condition. May they serve their new owners better than their last. To think the orcs would claim these trophies from the dead angers me. These weapons belong in the hands of our people. Thank you for helping them put them here. Thanks to you, I will be able to get my orders ready soon. Very well. Next then, how about the herbalist? Actually, that's here. Will these plants do?
Will you aid the horse lords?
You have done well. These plants will work perfectly. I am ashamed for not having saved the noble penned wolf, but with his full set of reagents, I vow not to fail Thane Mildred again. I owe you much thanks. Very well. Hello there. Will you be willing to join the army?
The Dunlendings rally to the banner of the White Hand.
I have lost my home and my land. My family is all that matters to me now. Each day here I have worked various odd jobs just to earn enough coin to keep my children sheltered and fed. Time is scarce for training and the like. Yet, I believe if this militia were to provide my family with an allotment of food each day, then I might use the time given to learn the skills to protect them. You tell the garrison commander that I accept his offer, so long as my children remain eating. Well then. Dutiful on both sides. Hello there. Will you be willing to join the militia?
Our hope lies in strength, but the servants of the enemy are everywhere.
Never did I wish to become a soldier and march off towards war, but it would appear that a war for us is inevitable. Once again, the orcs will be crashing at our door, and we will be forced to defend ourselves, ready or not. When the day comes, I will prefer to stand bravely with a weapon raised against my foes, and I will encourage others to do the same. The militia will consider me grateful for their training. Very well. I think that answers all of that. I managed to find several recruits.
Our mission is dire.
You have found candidates worthy of training. That's excellent news, but we must act quickly. A true militia needs more than just able bodies. It needs weapons, training equipment, food, and other provisions. I'll provide the equipment and the training. Would you be willing to find some rations to help keep them supplied for a while longer? There are some recently abandoned homes north of town. Check there for any provisions worth securing. All right. I shall do so. Ah, these must be the provisions that he sent me for. There you go. I'm a hobbit. I know good provisions when I see them. And these will be needed to be used soon before they become no longer good provisions. And we can't let them go to waste. And feeding an army is a perfect thing to do when you are in need of able-bodied soldiers. There you go, one nice supply of rations.
What brings you to these lands?
These provisions will help keep food and supplies available for the newly enlisted and their families for some time. We may yet see the people of the Norcrofts defend Elthengels in the place of Theoden's riders. Thank you, I'm in your debt. Now it's time to get back to Thane Mildred and to see about these belongings. Oh, there, your ladyship. I've managed to complete all those tasks for the people of Elthengels.
Oh, thank you.
I must commend you for helping me and my people. It is said that in the most trying of times, the true worth of a person's character can be seen, and I have seen a great deal of good in these men. I am still learning how best to serve Elthengels as Thane. I cannot be the strong warrior that my husband was, nor can I be the fearless vindicator that my dear son Pendwulf was. But you have shown me that I have the ability to garner support and to rally the people of this village. This is a most generous gift for you that you've given me. Very well.
Can you help me with this?
And I also brought some items of your husband's.
Thank you.
You have something for me? Yes, I recognize these. They belong to my husband. This sword was passed down to Pendred from his father. I weep at the thought that he will never be able to pass it down to his own son. I miss both Pendred and Pendwulf dearly. Thank you for bringing these things to me. I will put them on display in this hall to preserve their memory for the people of Elthengels. There you go. And that deals with our helping of the people of Elthengels, but I'm sure that Mildred has more for us to do, and we'll find out what that is in the next episode of Piney Plays The Burglar.